Welcome, everybody, to the Follow D Money podcast. Another crazy week, another guest that had an interesting story. I've known this guy for years, seeing him out. And then I started noticing all the things that he does away from the scene that I'm used to seeing him. He promotes parties downtown Indianapolis, all over Indianapolis. And then he goes into his own community and starts to build and create an atmosphere of love. And he exudes a lot of love for his community. Everyone, please welcome Mr. Ted Hardy.
How you doing, everybody? Man, thank you for welcoming me to the show.
Yes, sir.
Really appreciate it. This will probably be the first of many of people get me to finally hear me speak and talk about this stuff. So.
Right, man. I feel blessed that you came and came to my show because, as you said earlier, you don't like to really speak about what you do and what you're about, and you like to just you're a doer.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it, I am a doer, but I know people like to switch up words.
Yeah,
and if you don't watch what you say a lot, then it can be taken out of context. So
yep.
I learned that early in the game, and I got quiet, and I kind of wish I didn't because it took how many years you know me just to know that this is what I do outside the club.
Right,
so
right.
If we could have got attention to it a lot sooner, things could have happened. But we're here now.
Yeah, I'm glad you came, bro.
So
let me get a line of questions for you.
For sure.
And hopefully I'll have you back and we can talk about more things so we can help you do what you do.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's about.
All right. So can you give us a little history? Tell me about growing up here in Indy and where did you get your passion for your community?
Well, mine was born and raised in Indianapolis, Indiana, Hallville area, everybody know. Went to Ben Davis, played basketball. I had a great basketball career, ended up going to Mexico, and I kept twisting my ankle.
Yep.
So I was like, I'm going to go home for about a year and just chill. And what happened was somebody asked me to host an event. And, I was just at home like, am I going to get a job? I need to make some money while I'm hooping. So I hosted an event, made a couple of dollars.
Yep.
Did it again. Then I looked around and realized a lot of the people that was at the event was people from the neighborhood, and they was really supporting me. So I just got a knack from then, like, dang, these people really support me from my community, so I got to show it some way back.
Yep.
And my thing was I didn't really know how to show love to the parents, but I always was, the youngest in my crew. So I was like, what would if I was me, like, when you grow up, you be like, man, if I was this dude, this is what I would be doing.
Right.
So when I got in that position, I was like, when I was young, I just wish that people would just barbecue and invite us to the park so we can hoop and everybody watch.
Yeah.
So that's how the Sunday Fun Day started getting created. It was like, the younger me was saying if I was in that position when I was older, this is what I would do. I would just, and then it don't take much, you know, because I got to see it.
Right.
And that's how the thing evaluated. And then what happened was I started noticing the more that people know me in the club, the more I can use this on the community work.
Right.
So a lot of people are like, how you getting these funds? A lot of it, I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't a lot of money. It was more of time and just people dedicating and volunteering. So obviously with the club started coming in, I can do the bigger things, like inviting things out, having the card clubs come out, and that's just relationships getting built, not even the finances. Having the guys from the Pacers come out, or the old Pacer halftime show doing the flips, and just all the extra activities that we bring out. I just use the nightlife to create that network.
Right. So for the people who don't know, explain your Sunday Fun Day.
All right. So Sunday Fun, like I say, go back to just community days. It's free food for everybody. We come up with different activities every week. Our main one has been kickball.
Okay.
I tap on that now. I've realized with kickball, you can't win by yourself. They always try to find a sport. You be like, you got to have a team, or you can be solo. And if you got LeBron James, you're going to win. But in kickball, you can't win unless the team is going hard. Because first of all, if you don't kick a home run, you're stuck on first base until the next person bring you home. So what that started doing in our communities, we suck at communicating now.
Right.
So with that, you got to cheer your partner on, and then
you rely on someone else.
You got to rely on somebody else to move ahead, and so we forgot that trait.
Yeah.
And so that's why you've been seeing a lot of kickball, community kickball. And now when I'm touching these different communities, because now I'm taking it just not from Hallville, but we're hitting other areas in Indianapolis and just try to install. Like, it don't take a lot. It just takes somebody willing to stand in this position.
Yep.
And show it how it's done, and everybody else will follow.
That's what's up, man. I think it's real important that we learn to trust each other.
Yep, and that's the main thing.
You know, and because if we can lean on somebody in our community who we don't really know or just learn to trust them, then we can operate differently. Because a lot of people try to do shit on their own, and it's hard that way. But like you said, with building these relationships and networking, you start to earn trust with the people that you're dealing with, and that's important.
Very.
What do you see as some of the issues facing your community that need to be looked at or changed?
The biggest thing, like I said, with me going towards kickball is just the communication.
Yeah.
Obviously, mental health is huge.
Yep.
In a lot of our communities, but people don't communicate it well enough to let them know it's okay to go get checked out. It's okay to say you're crazy or whatever it is. In fact, because if you know, we don't have to worry about you doing something later that's crazy because we can attack it. So that's just the biggest challenge is getting people to communicate, talk. Because if I got a problem, I'm older than you, right, and I can just talk about it. You might have that problem, and now that you know somebody else is older and going through it, you can come talk to me, and I can tell you how to face that challenge.
Right.
But you as a young guy might not even know I had it, so you don't even know how to face it. And I'm just sitting there watching, like, dang, I wish I could talk to him. But instead of wishing, I'm trying to create a way where we just don't wish we do.
Yep.
So, and with the crime rates and all that, that's all it is. If we look back at the history of crime and what goes on, it's all communication.
Yeah.
And when we learn how to communicate better, everything falls in place a lot more.
Yeah. What in your life, what would you say is your title? So you're a promoter, and I will call you an activist. You're a community, you're involved in the community, so I would say you're a community activist. Mm-hmm. But what would you say your title is?
Ted Hardy.
Ted Hardy.
I've been trying to figure my title out for the longest, and I just stuck with it. Like, if somebody just, I don't know, because it depends on the day. So, but Tedrick Hardy and Ted Hardy is two different people, and I carry them that way.
Okay.
So, I'm starting to, this is probably the first time I've put this out, too. So, now Ted Hardy is strictly for the club.
Yep.
And Tedrick Hardy is this other guy, this family guy. I got 2 kids now.
Yep.
That was.
I was gonna ask, how did that change your life?
Ah, man, every day is something different. That's what I say. I don't know the time. Like, just because at first, when it was, I'm like, I'm about to give all this up. I don't care about the community no more. I don't care about, I'm going to go get me a job. You know that? And then when they got here, I was like, dang, I need to go harder because I want my babies to know what I really do. And I want them to be able to, like, if they don't ever want to work or work for somebody, they can follow my steps and keep this legacy going. So, every day, man, I like, no joke. I'm proud to be able to say it, but my title changes every day. Yeah. One day maybe it becomes solid, but I'm okay with it changing.
Well, you've been going with this new motto of no days off.
Facts.
So I see you. So with no days off, you are dedicating yourself to everything that you're involved in.
Everything.
Right? So how important is it that you maintain, like we talked about mental health? How important is it that you stay mentally fit and strong too? Because when you have no days off, you can become weak yourself.
Facts. I've noticed I started getting out of shape.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest thing. I'm getting back on it, but once my fiance showed me that she can, love me through everything I do, like, not that I'm doing nothing crazy, but sometimes I can't be with her 24 hours a day. But that 8 hours that I'm home and wherever, we dedicated, and she, like, I don't know, it's a different expression when your spouse is behind you, and that makes it a lot easier for me to come here and do this and have my Zoom meeting before, because she's not bugging me, worrying about what I'm doing, because she know my job is to just keep staying positive, make some money, and uplift my people. So with her being comfortable, it makes my job way easier than the average man.
Your whole life easier, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
That's nice. Because you mentioned having someone on your side making it easier for you. When did you decide to become a family man? Because you weren't always a family man.
No, I wasn't always a family man because of the image that I was portrayed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm the hot guy in the city, everybody. Yeah. But I've always been a family man. If you look back at my family history and who I came up under, that's all we know. That's kind of what Sunday Fun Day was. Like, a lot of when I was telling people like where did it come from, I'm like, it's really already installed in me.
Yep.
From the top to the bottom. Everybody around me married.
Yeah.
Brother, sister.
Right.
Parents is divorced, but other than that, everybody else. So I always wanted that. It's just, like I said, me trying to be the hottest guy in the city.
Yeah.
You know, I got the clubs rocking. I'm young,
Yep.
looking good coming up. You know, so I'm going to get that image that I got all the ladies in the world. But I always was 92% of the time, I was a one-woman man.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
What aspects of your job are the hardest? Either job, promoting or going out in the community. What makes both of those jobs hard?
Putting people before me. And now I'm learning how to put myself first while keeping people happy.
Yep.
So for the last 6 years, it was somebody else before me. Like, I'm pretty sure you heard the clubs we've been a part of and the bars. I've always been the youngest guy, so I was 23, dedicating every holiday, every soul day, every birthday, every funeral day, helping somebody else. Even if it was for the club, I had to set up. I had to get everything ready. I had to get the bartenders ready. Then I was last to leave.
Yeah.
You know, so now it was like, and what making myself happy, I can put other people in position. Because I'm like, instead of me having to do all the work, how about I just pay somebody to fill in? So now I get some freedom and they get to make some money and nothing slows down for me. So it's just learning as we get older and as we grow.
That's good. That's good. Can you describe how becoming a father has changed you?
No, it's kind of hard. Not even being funny because, like I said, my fiance has been holding it down. Like, I thought having 2 babies, and I hear people talk about one. Like, you're going to have this baby and your life is going to stop and you can't go. Man, well, a lot of people don't know, too. We spent 81 days, you know, prepping them to get here because they was in the same sack. And so all this time, we was in the hospital the whole 81 days. So before they was here till they got here. So we kind of got a lot of prep, too. From the nurses getting us ready to when they was born. Then they had to go to the NICU. So we had another, 40 days of NICU. So we learned how to change the Pampers and diapers. So we didn't get sent straight home with them, which was a heads up. But as far as them late nights when I had to run a club or whatever I had to do, or be up early for a community event, my girl is holding them babies down. Like, I come back. Only thing I have to do is do whatever dads do when they get home. You know, I hold them, let her get a little extra sleep, but it's not been no stress on me at all.
That's what's up.
Hopefully it stays that way. I know as they get older, they're going to need more from me, but right now, so.
You providing right now.
Yeah, just it's making me go harder. Like, if she holds it down there, I hold it down there.
You're the hunter and gatherer.
Yes,
yeah, that's what you're doing. So with kids here, I know you're passionate about them.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you most passionate about besides your family?
Electronics. No, I'm a geek. I'm a nerd.
Really?
I got if you can see my garage.
Yeah.
From a camera to any electronic, I got. That's what keep me sane. Electronics, video games.
Okay.
I don't post it enough. I really should be on Twitch and vlogging about it.
Right.
But that's if you hang with me all day,
that's
bro,
what you on
2K, bro. I'm on Fortnite. You see this camera I just got? You see this phone that just came out, bro? You see another one come out next week. I'm one of them.
Okay.
So when I'm not in the club with my family, I'm on YouTube thinking about the next hottest thing that's coming out.
So what goes in the party planning? What goes into your mind when you're planning a party? Like, how do you make that a career?
I have no clue. Again. People, I think it's just, if you look at my promo, and I tell people that all the time, it's reoccurring. I just change the picture.
Yeah.
I'm not a theme. People always be like, bro, why you don't do these? I'm like, I've never had to do that. I mean, I would, but I think I would be stepping out of my lane to go do, now these my friends, so I can say vacation. Like, I've never been a one-off guy. Like, I don't do monthly things. And it just, I think, the love that I show to you, to him and to him and him, they just come gather to my events.
Right.
So it just comes naturally.
Yep.
And I think, like I said, it's just the work that I put in, showing you that I care about you being
Absolutely.
human. And we got a good DJ and come have a cocktail.
Right.
And so that's all the vibes I put out. Not a lot. Like, I might create during the holiday or during the Final Four, Big Ten, because you're supposed to. But on a day-to-day, man, I just wake up it's blue in the mug outside. I want the flyer to be blue and just put my name on there and where we at. And we got cocktails. Come enjoy it with me.
Right. So the club owner contacts you. Or do you, like, how do you get a job to promote a club?
First, yeah. I've been contacted at all the venues except for about, out of 100, except for about 2.
Yeah.
And I know they wanted to contact me and they just didn't know how, so I contacted them.
Right.
But most of, like I said, I got brought in just for the love that I show to people. Like, that's how I even got, I wanted to either go to the NBA like we all wanted to, or I wanted to own a business. I didn't know that owning a business was going to be my name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
you are the business.
Yeah. So that was always been my dream, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. Even when I was in college, I used to be like, man, I don't like class. I don't.
Yeah.
How can I run a business and I can't even stay up in math?
Yeah.
And it was just, I found my niche in just like caring about people. But that's why I say I got too lost in putting people first, other people first.
Right.
You know, and then when I started figuring out how to keep people at a pace and then put myself up, I got to bring people up with me. So
that's what's up, man.
Still learning daily, but.
So do you have a team of people around you that have been loyal, or is it just the Ted Hardy show?
It's just been the Ted Hardy show for the last. So when I first started, it was me and the guy, Leon Brown.
Yep.
We had a good run. Everybody knows. That's who actually hit me up first to come out.
Okay.
I didn't want to do this at all, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? They, like I said, they got me. I'm the hoop club promoter. I'm not being no club promoter. I hoop. You see me on YouTube.
Right.
And they just kind of like, come on, bro, you can do this. You know, they already had that set up. So I never initially went to a club.
Yep.
And so when it was time for us to go our separate ways, my resume was already set. Like, if you shook my hand, that was my resume. And a lot of businesses, after we went our separate ways, was like, want to join us again? It wasn't me having to go put a resume in or show that. It was just, hey, Ted, you want to do some work? And,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, just give me a couple weeks to see if I can get people out, and that's how I go.
Okay. If someone wanted to promote, and that's what they wanted to do, a young kid coming out of high school, they look at Ted Hardy like, man, I look up to Ted. He's doing so much in the community, but he also has this other life. What's the first step, or what's the best advice you could give them?
The best advice is be you. Because if you want to live where I live, you're going to be tested. Like, and that means, like, not on no tough stuff at all, but if you want to be a promoter or any type run a business or work for yourself, you have to be a man of your word.
Yeah.
If you say something, you have to be willing to do it. And that's hard to do for a lot of people. Like, being here every day at 1 o'clock is a hard job for a person that don't know how to be somewhere every day at 1 o'clock.
Right.
So that's just my thing.
But people look at you like they think that you run on your own schedule. Yeah. So they don't understand that your schedule, you still have a schedule even though you work for yourself.
Yeah. Parents too. I put this on parents. This is what I tell. Put your kids in after school programs or in the sports.
Yep.
And it'll help them be on schedule.
Yep.
You know, on some, everybody ain't gonna get it, but you'll know some type of schedule than not being at home.
Right.
So what I do is I treat this like a scheduled practice or game day. Like if I got a party tonight, I know I gotta be with the fiance and the kids for the first half of the day. That's training, get up, that's your meal.
Yep.
Then I gotta go stretch. Now I gotta check in with people. How y'all doing? Everything's good today. The party was great. Thank y'all for coming out. Now I got to reach out to the venue. If I got it, everything we good tonight, call the DJ, do this and that. Now it's club time. Now I got to put on a whole nother outfit, go shower, check back in with the wifey, make sure they ate, get the kids ready, kiss them, make it back out. Now I don't even know if I be in character because I think every time I shake a different hand, I'm talking a different language too. Not Spanish, English, but you know, you from a different neighborhood, you from a different neighborhood, you from a different neighborhood, you from a different neighborhood.
You got to walk the way they walk,
And that's every single day. So I don't know where that came from. I started learning that. Like,
you a chameleon. You got to be a chameleon, like in the world today, especially being a black man.
And that transition with all the Black Lives Matter movement, it was perfect for me because what's going on right now transition to my community work too. Because they like, dang, you really real, dude. Like, you don't change. Like, I could be drunk as heck saying that on air, and I'm going to still be me. You ain't going to catch me like, man, F them, and I'm the toughest guy in the world. Y'all know Ted Hardy. Or when I'm sober, this is how I'm going to be. So now the people that was watching and judging is like,
we can't get them.
Do it all. Like,
yeah.
Now can we work with you? It's like, if you can't beat them, join them, or whatever they're saying is. So it's definitely been a good phase for me through all this stuff because people get to really see who I am.
Yep.
After trying to figure it out.
So why have you been so quiet though? Like you're minorly active on social media. Like we can see your face on social media, but like you told me, like, this is your first podcast. So, like, I think you need to be heard more. So why have you been
crooked,
gone?
Man, that's the reason.
My teeth is crooked.
I think if my teeth weren't crooked, I'd be up more, you know what I'm saying? Nah, and then even when I was playing basketball, man, I was like the guy that scored 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals. I never had 40 points, 20, but I always stood out.
Yeah.
You needed me on your team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're a great teammate. Yeah.
That's just how I've always been. I let somebody else go be the star.
Yeah.
But I'm learning, like, it's okay to
shine.
It's okay to shine.
Yeah.
I think it's just the era I came up in, the guys that I was around, maybe even people who was trying to block my blessings that was telling me, bro, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. And then just getting by myself.
But I think you're in a position that you should be celebrated. Absolutely.
For sure.
You know, and that's one of the main reasons why I asked you on, because I recognize you, you know, and just like where we are now, it's like it's hard for people to pay compliments to other people. You know what I mean?
Yes,
you know,
sir.
so I'm telling you that I appreciate what you do, what I see, and all the things you do.
I definitely appreciate that.
Right on. Are you working on anything that we're gonna hear about? Like, do you have something coming up? Because you have a clothing line too, right?
Yeah. The clothing line. I'm gonna let my fiance run that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let her take about a year off with the babies, and I'm gonna let her come back hard because I want to turn it into a fitness line.
Okay.
Because I'm about to get myself back in shape. Plus, she is. So why not promote fitness while in it?
Why are you rocking it?
Yeah. So, but for the community work, we building out Belmont Beach. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
No.
Or if y'all want to Google it for the people that's going to hear this in the future. Look it up on Facebook. But Belmont Beach is an area in Harbor. It was a historic black beach right there on Belmont and Wright River. Everybody probably came around if you've been to Sunset. Okay. It's a bend that brings you from Sunset to downtown on White River.
Okay.
Anyways, they want to recreate history. I know they're always talking about gentrification and stuff. So once I heard it, everybody was talking like, no, I'm not going to. But why not be a part of history, you know what I mean? Or be like, why keep talking about it and be about it? So I jumped on board, and it's actually for us.
Yep.
So what it is just a little small park. It's a 30-year plan. So this first year, we're actually going to break the ground Monday.
Oh, okay.
The park is going to be set by May 8th, I think. But everything is going to be on a trailer. So it's going to be a movable park.
Wow.
Because the airport actually owns the land that we own.
Yep.
But if the park goes good for the year, you know, we're going to talk numbers next year.
Dang.
It's going to be a plan that we can implement through the whole city and maybe other cities in America. So
that sounds real cool.
And that's just the community end. You should start hearing about that soon.
Yeah.
But I'm going to speak this into existence. I'm going to open another bar, restaurant, lounge, soul food place. I don't know where yet. I'm going to give myself the next between now and 5 years. Yep. I feel like when I became an owner, I was too young to understand mentally how to run a business.
Yep.
I knew how to be a businessman. I knew how to get people out. I just didn't mentally know how to.
So you want to own a club and restaurant?
All in one, like a club, like an event center that turns into an event space.
And where would you want it?
Right now, it don't matter.
Yeah.
You could put me anywhere because I used to be afraid to go have an event out east. Now I'm doing one of the best events on a Tuesday night in the city. It's called Industry Night. Yep. It's at Fusion out on Post Road. Like,
right.
I try to start that downtown because a lot of people follow me there from being from the West Side, but it just wasn't the vibe for the downtown area. So once I got it, I didn't even want to go there, truthfully.
Yeah.
I ended up having to do the event at Fusion,
and
it became great. So that just showed me that I can do anywhere you put me.
And you do a comedy show, right?
Comedy show downtown at Michael's, Michael's Soul Kitchen. And I bring, with that, everybody thought I was going to always bring out-of-town celebrities, but it's a lot of local talent in the city. So my Monday and Tuesdays is focused all on local celebrities. Only time I bring a big act, and it's just like the club, if they hit me up, like, I heard about what you're doing for your guys in the city. Can we come be a part of the show? Right. Yeah, come down. Come help us out. And then make them look good, too. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Man, you're doing big things.
Just focusing
especially for your city,
man.
You focused on that. That's huge. And you should be celebrated, like right now, like you are.
Appreciate it.
I don't have much else to talk about, but I do have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
That you probably won't be ready for. You eat a lot?
So Crab legs.
But you don't like to eat? Like you like tacos and
Yeah.
spaghetti?
Yeah.
Hamburgers?
Yeah.
You don't like hamburgers? Okay, well, my question for you that I was going to ask, because I ask everybody a wild question at the end, right?
Okay.
So I was going to ask you if you had to get rid of one of the top 4 foods, which is, I would say, Mexican food, Italian food, burgers, and wings.
I'll get rid of burgers and steaks.
Rid of burgers.
ASAP.
You don't eat steaks either?
I don't know what it is. If we had to go to a restaurant,
bruh,
give me some chicken fingers. It just happened overnight.
Chicken fingers is your thing.
Nah. I don't steak.
You don't like steak?
Just overnight. I think I just got to cook wrong one day. And this was recently, over the last couple of years. And it's
right.
Get the steak out of my face. Everybody loves steak. Give me a salad. I just give me a salad.
I do love steak. So if people want to get a hold of you, actually, let me ask you a different question.
Yes, sir.
How do you define success?
It depends on the person I'm talking to. But from what my granddaddy showed me, success always comes. Once you're successful, you can de-success. But I think that's what Jordan showed us with his shoes. That's success.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I'm done and it just keeps going, we all in the scene, promoters or clubs and came, they were successful at the time, but what they doing now.
Right.
So my thing is I want it's like your legacy. That's what I see success is, the legacy. That's the word I was looking for, something to go forever. Because I know if I stop everything right now, my legacy would probably what Ted did, and y'all going off of what Ted did back in 2000 and back in 2008, whatever year it was. So that's what I see success, your legacy, how far that can go. Money will come if you're doing things right, or especially with social media. I haven't even took advantage of that.
Right.
Yeah, I put my name on your flyer for a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
But that's what success is to me, you know what I mean? How long can it go?
Dang. So you would say that success is how long how strong your legacy is.
How strong your legacy is. Because it's just with stuff going on now. People getting all these PPE loans and all this unemployment money. Not knocking it. I'm not knocking it at all. But some of that money for some people is going to be gone next week.
Right.
But some people about to be successful,
and they would call themselves successful in the moment, but then they trying to find success after that. Yeah, so it really doesn't have much to do with money.
Nah, but I think everybody has different opinion on it. I just seen a lot of money. And
that's just something that I ask everybody, and everybody's answer is different.
And I think I see it that way because I lost a lot of money and I thought my life was over with, and it got better when I didn't have it because I had to readjust life. I had to enjoy different things and just going to the mall and buy some shoes and make me happy. I had to get out here in nature and the Sunday, the park stuff happened when I was broke.
Right.
If I would have kept money or something, I wouldn't have had time to sit in Hallville no more. I would have went and been like everybody else. It got me a nice house.
Yeah.
Been in Vegas every day. So once I lost it all, I didn't have nowhere to go. So let's make the best of what I got.
Yep.
And that's
so you're not going to leave the city?
I tried.
Oh, you did?
I tried.
When you went to Mexico?
Nah, this was recently. I just got fed up. I tried to leave, and I didn't get outside of Indiana. I moved out the neighborhood for a while, but I couldn't. My body wouldn't go. I'm gonna just wait one more year. Then I get a little farther. Then I'm easing my way back in. So this is all me.
So this is it.
Yeah, I'm here.
That's what's up, man. Indy loves you, man. Indianapolis embraces you, and it's my pleasure to be a friend of yours.
Man, thank you.
Can you give your social media plug right quick?
Yeah.
So people can get a hold of you.
My website, teddhardy.com, TEDDHARDY. I'm sorry. My social media is the same, Ted Hardy. If you want me to respond fast, find me on Facebook at Tedrick Hardy, not Ted Hardy. If you want the real me, Tedrick Hardy. The Ted Hardy might respond when he feel like it when he get to the club, but Tedrick Hardy is gonna respond back ASAP. So if you want to find me at Ted Hardy on Instagram or Tedrick Hardy on Facebook.
That's what's up, bro. Thanks for coming out. And as always, go to followdmoney.com.
For sure.
Buy some merch. Tell us what you think about this episode. And thanks a lot for coming out,
man,
bro.
Hopefully I can come back soon. I'll be way more comfortable.
Yeah. No, you did great.
For sure.
Yeah, what's up?